Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from. So this is Austin Black here, and I want to welcome us all to this particular video. And also I want to use this video to show us how I was able to make almost 1 month winning streak without any SL. And of course, most of you know that I trade EURUSD and I trade EURUSD majorly. So let's get into it. So how do I set up my trades? I set up my trades from understanding where price is coming from in terms of sellers and understanding where price is coming from in terms of buyers. So looking at where price is coming from, first of all, in terms of sellers, you will notice that price was coming from a monthly failed zone. A monthly failed zone. This is a failed zone here. This particular one, like I showed in the last video, this is a momentum candle, and beside this momentum candle we have this particular monthly failed zone that price reacted off from. Now, for price to react off a failed zone, it means two things. Firstly, it means that there is a monthly, let's go to 1 hour time frame, there is a monthly liquidity price is coming to, which they have taken for some weeks now, which they have taken. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. So which they have taken now. Okay, this is the monthly liquidity price sold to take this monthly liquidity. Now this is a monthly divergence happening here, right? This is a monthly divergence, whether momentum absorption, whether exhaustion absorption, it is a divergence because a new month came to take this particular place. So since we have monthly divergence, the rule of EURUSD states that price is going to use a monthly zone, right? And we have different types of monthly zones, which is, I'm not going to talk about them in detail. We have the base. Let me just use the base. We have the base, we have failed weak rejection, and we have a weak rejection, but majorly a base, right? That is the kind of monthly zone. So for price to now start sponsoring a major reversal, price has to use a monthly zone. And of course we saw that a monthly zone was used to sponsor this wholesale to take this particular place, and so price needs a monthly zone. So how was I able to now participate in all of this? How was I able to participate in all of this? Because I took this major buy, which I called on our public Telegram, Austin Black community. I called this major buy on Austin Black community, and also gave this major sell on Austin Black community. So link in bio. If you have not joined the community, there's going to be a link in the bio, and you can also follow me on Twitter at Austin Black. I'm going to drop the handle in the description and the link of the channel on the description too if you have not joined. So first things first, now where is price coming from? We have now seen where price is coming from in terms of sellers, right? And also for the monthly base, let us look at it briefly. For the monthly zone, let us look at it. Please pardon me, I'm going to be using CFD. This is futures. My analysis are always done on futures, but my futures is kind of clustered and clumsy. So I want to use CFD to show us this particular monthly zone. This is monthly time frame. Now look at this. If we look at this, you can see that we saw that price is coming from a monthly zone. Now you can see that this place is not a base, neither is it a type of zone. This is more like a momentum candle, right? One of the rules of zones is that whenever we see a momentum candle, at the left side we should look for a failed weak rejection, right? At the absence, now the thing is, from my understanding, from my study, is at the left side you look at a failed zone. At the absence of a zone, right? Now if we look at this, first of all, let us even look at what happened from here. You will notice that this was a momentum candle, and at this particular point price engineered a monthly liquidity here. This was supposed to be a failed zone, but because there was still a base here, we saw how price still came to use this particular base to now continue order flow. The same thing happening here. Now this particular place is a weak momentum candle, and there's still a failed zone here, but beneath this momentum candle, just like what happened here, beneath this particular momentum candle, we still have this base. There's still a base beneath it. Even if here normally at the external here is supposed to be protected, but because it is a monthly, price might come into this particular place. Because of this particular video, we are going to look into that. So let us go back to futures. Now let us look at, let me sit on 4-hour time frame for a while to show us how I was able to catch those moves on Euro USD. Now on 4-hour time frame, the video, one of the videos I released on the Telegram community, which I didn't release on YouTube, is I said order flow areas actually moves price, gives price a deep pullback. Let us say we are very much bearish. Order flow areas are areas that can actually sponsor price to a next order flow area before we continue order flow. Like if you look at this particular place, this is an order flow area which I called on the public Telegram community that we can use here at least for a major reversal or a deep pullback, which we saw. This is an order flow area, an unmitigated order flow area. Price came to use it, although I couldn't enter from the origin here because I was waiting for engineered liquidity, which they didn't come back to take. They engineered an immediate liquidity here, and this particular zone here was used to continue order flow as range structure. So price used it, and this is another flow area. Swept liquidity, broke structure, engineered liquidity, and this unmitigated zone here was used. The unmitigated zone here was used, which we still use to sell. Now where was I selling to? I was selling to this place because where price is more like a determining factor, right? It's more like a determinant if we are still going to go higher or price will still pull lower to the lower monthly base below. So I sold here, I bought here, and when price engineered an immediate liquidity here, I also called it for the community, for the Telegram community. I bought here, and my target, all my targets, I closed all my targets here. And when I saw engineered liquidity, I sold. When I saw engineered liquidity here again, I sold, right? I sold twice from here, and I sold when I saw an engineered liquidity from here. Now, if price is still bearish, because we have now seen that there's still a base below, even if this is protected, but because we still have this particular base below, price swept liquidity, broke structure, immediate pullback, beyond which we still have this mitigation here, structurally beyond which we still have this mitigation here. So price can sell all the way to this particular place. So what is my outlook for the week? What is my outlook for the coming weeks? This is my outlook. Let's go to monthly time frame. Let me use CFD for a while. Now, going to monthly time frame. Now, going to monthly time frame, this is what I'm looking at. Firstly, we have this momentum candle. One of the rule of zones is that at the absence of a type of zone, right, you can use a momentum candle. When you have a momentum candle like this, either go below to look for a zone on a lower time frame, or you look at the side of it, which we have this at the absence of what? At the absence of a zone. But we can see that looking at sitting on this 1 month time frame, we can see that we have this particular place. This particular place is fresh. And if we say we should refine it, this place is still a weekly weak rejection, which is a type of zone. And on daily time frame, it is still what? A daily weak rejection here. A daily weak rejection here. And on 4-hour time frame, what can we see? On 4-hour time frame, this is a type of order flow, swept liquidity broke structure, right? So this particular place here, this particular place is a 4-hour zone. So price can decide to still dump so that they can now use this particular monthly zone we are seeing before we continue buying. So this might be a pullback because price use order flow to buy into another order flow and to sell. So price moves from order flow, like we can see here. Price use this particular order flow to buy into the next order flow and sold to the next order flow before they bought into the next order flow. And where are they coming to? They can just keep using range structure because the next valid order flow area we can see is certainly this one. This one has been used already. So anything that makes price to read here, excuse me, and engineer liquidity, I'll be looking to sell into this particular place. However, where they are is not still bad, right? Because we said that there is a momentum candle, right? Price can still use it to buy. The only time I will be buying is if price creates an order flow area for me. Maybe if price does this, engineers liquidity, I can now buy. But if price does something like this, engineer liquidity, I'll be looking to sell into this particular place. Then if I see an engineer liquidity, we can now start the major buy move, right? So that's my take on Euro USD. That was how I was able to catch the different moves. So I bought from this order flow area to the next order flow area, and I sold yesterday. Yesterday was what? Yesterday was Friday the 21st November. I was trying to buy here. And this small move stopped me out, right? So even though they are still within the zone, but I am not confident, if I should use that word. I am no longer confident about this particular zone. Why? Because price engineer the daily liquidity. Since they engineer the daily liquidity, price engineer the daily liquidity, this was supposed to hold and they still rated it, even though they are still within this particular place. Excuse me. Even though they are still within this, they are still within this particular place. Even though they are still within this particular demand, it means that they might want to still maybe engineer liquidity and just keep dumping. However, I am going to react. So that's the outlook for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck and good trading.